Part 1, grating cheese. This is the easiest part without question. Just note you want to have the same amount of cheese as you do pasta. We usually aim for about 6 or 8 ounces depending on how much pasta we make. So you will need to weigh it out ahead of time or just eyeball it the best you can. A really quick tip to share is I grate on a parchment round so the cheese won't stick to the plate. And then it's also easy just to pick up that piece of parchment, fold it in half, and dump the cheese right into the pot. One last note is the cheeses we're using are Parmesan, which you can see there, but we use Havarti as our first cheese. You could do any type of cheese that's melty though, so American, Monterey Jack. Parmesan is what you do want to use since it's Alfredo, but otherwise any melty cheese works great. Part 2, our pasta. So before proceeding, I want to note I typically make my cheesy pasta dishes in a non-stick skillet and not a pot. I'll leave you in suspense for a little bit why, but I'll share that secret in just a few minutes. So if you're using fettuccine or any other type of long pasta, you're gonna have to either break it in half or snip off an inch of the ends to make it fit properly. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but if there's any part of the recipe I would alter a bit, it would be this. But I just simply don't have a skillet large enough to fit the strands without them being broken. After this, we're gonna fill the skillet just above the pasta with water, maybe about a 1/4 inch or so. We want it just to be submerged, just barely, but you don't wanna add too much water here. You're gonna put the pasta on high heat. Make sure you know how long it's supposed to cook. And about halfway through, we're gonna start to add our milk. I would suggest you warm up the milk, put it in the microwave for about 40 seconds first. Just like adding a roux, it's gonna make things go faster if it's warm. As the milk sits in the pan, you're gonna see it's kind of boiling very heavily. We're gonna reach a point where just right now is about to... No, saved it. So if you saw me, I actually lifted the pot off the stove. That's the trickiest part of this recipe, is just not having everything explode out of the pan. So back to our broccoli real quick. So technically this could make this a 2-pot dish, debatable, but I like to char my broccoli. So I just have some butter in a nonstick skillet. We're just throwing in some broccoli there, letting it cook for a few minutes before we're adding it back to our pasta mixture and letting it finish there. So as the pasta cooks, we're just gonna stir it a little bit. You can see the liquid's getting fairly low in the pot. So we want that to happen. We're then gonna turn off the heat and add our cheese. So usually I'll add the meltier cheese first, the Havarti. We'll kind of stir it in so everything's nicely incorporated. Once that first cheese is melted, we're then gonna add our harder cheese, our Parmesan. And the simple trick here is you add the softer, the meltier cheese in first, get that nicely incorporated. That'll make the harder cheese a lot easier to stir in. So we're just gonna keep on stirring until everything is fully melted in, incorporated. And then once we're done, we're gonna pop a lid on. We're just gonna let it sit until we're ready to eat. A lot of side notes on this dish, apologies. So originally this was gonna be a steak Alfredo. I have fillets here. I overcooked them, and because I'm me, I can't do the full process. So just know we did a quick dry age, sear in the cast iron, quick slice, and those got added in at the end. We'll do a steak video some other time then. So I show you the finished product, and those pieces of steak actually look pretty good, not too overcooked. The whole point of the one pot is that we keep all that starch from the pasta in the water and in the milk, and that helps create this really delicious creamy sauce, and also makes it so you don't have to make a roux. So you can see this pasta, like every strand is completely covered, no excess. It is perfect. Oh man, so good. I don't really want to talk to you. I'm too busy enjoying this. So that was effing great. Amazing meal, economical, fantastic tasting. I mean, and a fantastic. I can't stop saying that. It was just a delicious meal. So I hope you make it, and I will see you at the next one. Take care.